Man, what if I told you that the secret to melting that stubborn belly fat wasn't in some fancy pill, but in four surprisingly simple strategies tailored just for us over 40? Stick around because you're about to embark on a game-changing journey. So, you've crossed that majestic age of 40, and suddenly, you're finding it harder to keep that waistline as trim as it used to be, right? You're not alone. But before you throw in the towel and settle for a dad bod, I've got some incredible news for you. Today, we're diving deep into four proven ways that have helped countless men just like you take the reins, reignite their metabolism, and truly melt away that belly fat. So if you've been feeling like your best days are behind you, think again. Grab a notepad because this video might just be the turning point you've been waiting for. Let's get started. Okay, hands up if this sounds like you. Eating right? Check. Hitting the gym? Check. Even dipped into some of those pricey fat loss miracle pills hoping to zap away the belly? Yep, you're nodding. Well, take a deep breath. That struggle with the midsection? Almost every dude past 40 I chat with feels the same way. But here's the kicker. You're not a lost cause. Far from it. The golden ticket isn't in some fad, but in nailing the right lifestyle shifts. And hey, a bit of insider info. Us guys, we've got a slight edge when it comes to shedding fat compared to the ladies. Plus, less belly fat means lower estrogen levels, which translates to feeling more like your old energetic self. So, ready for the four game changers to kick that gut to the curb? Spoiler, they might sound like a walk in the park, but they'll transform you. Number 1, unleash your metabolic firepower. All right, lean in close because I'm about to spill some protein-packed secrets. Ever felt like no matter what you do, that lean look is just out of reach? Bet you're skimping on your protein. Let's break it down. We've got three big players in the nutrition game: carbs, fats, and the star of the show, protein. Now don't go demonizing any of them. Both carbs and fats have their own glory moments, especially if you're watching your overall caloric intake. But here's where protein snags the limelight. It's not just about flexing those biceps. Protein is that buddy that's got your back when hunger pangs strike. Among all macronutrients, protein wins the gold medal for keeping you full and satisfied. Plus, it's like putting your metabolism on turbocharge. Why? Digesting protein demands more energy, which means torching more calories in the process. Imagine this. By skimping on protein, you're essentially turning down the dial on your metabolic furnace. And hello, relentless hunger. Shoot for about 0.9 grams of protein per pound you weigh every day. For a guy tipping the scales at 200 pounds, we're talking 180 grams of protein. Feeling ambitious? Ramp it up to 1 gram per pound daily. And a heads up for the newbies on the protein train. Hitting that mark might be tougher than it sounds. But with fuller bellies and fewer cravings, trust me, you won't mind. A pro tip: when you're chowing down, go for the protein on your plate first. It's a game changer in helping you keep those portions in check and nailing that protein target. But hey, let's set things straight. Not all proteins wear capes. Those fat-loaded hot dogs, peanut butter, and cheese can quickly throw your calorie game off track. Aim for the lean, mean protein sources like lean meats or shakes. And just like that, you're well on your way to firing up that metabolic engine. Number 2, fire up your metabolic engine. All right, who's up for a little metabolic boot camp? Because the secret to blasting away that pesky belly fat isn't just in what you eat, but how you move. Enter strength training, your secret weapon to sculpt and redefine. Think of it like this. Every weight you lift, every squat you push out is sending a message to your body. And that message? Use those calories to craft muscle, not to stash away as unwanted fat. When you commit to strength training, you're not just flexing in the mirror, you're crafting a metabolic furnace. Each rep, each set cranks up the calorie burn, even long after the sweat has dried. Your muscles go into overdrive, repairing and rebuilding. And here's the kicker. Ever indulged a bit more at dinner? We've all been there. Strength training gives you that buffer, a metabolic safety net, if you will, to handle those little excesses. Now, I'm not just talking about casually lifting a dumbbell now and then. Aim for a solid 3 sessions of 45 minutes of intensive strength training weekly. That means feeling the burn after each set, supersetting exercises, and always upping the ante. If you're thinking, is this a lifelong gig? Absolutely. I've seen rockstar dudes cruising past their 60s, still lifting and thriving. And trust me, with the right direction, this isn't just some passing phase, it's an investment in a leaner, meaner you. Number 3, keep that metabolic flame burning. Hey, let's get real for a second. You know that being a couch potato does zilch for your health and waistline, right? But did you know that even if you're a bit on the heavier side, staying on the move could be your shield against many health issues? Alright, say you're smashing those weights for 3 hours a week. Here's a fist bump. But hold up, what about the other 165 hours? 3 hours is just 1.7% of your entire week. That's like eating one healthy meal and expecting abs. We both know it doesn't work that way. Those little choices, like zooming up in the elevator, or being best buds with your car seat, or binging series after series, they might seem minor, but trust me, they tally up, and not in a good way. Let's reframe our thinking. Rather than short-lived sprints, think endurance. Every time you ditch the elevator for stairs, or stretch those legs post-dinner, or even just break away from your desk for a mini walkabout, you're stoking that metabolic fire. And the beauty? These tiny acts? They don't have to eat up hours. Sometimes just 5 minutes can break the inertia. Ever notice cities with low obesity stats tend to have bustling streets with folks walking everywhere? It's no coincidence. Picture this. For every mile you walk, if you're around 200 pounds, you're torching approximately 60 calories. That might not sound massive, but an extra 2,000 steps a day, maybe by strolling in your office or parking a tad further, equals a whopping 420 extra calories zapped in a week. Do the math and soon you'll be shedding pounds without even realizing. You might wonder, why not just go ham with intense cardio? Here's the twist. While a marathon run or a killer spin class sounds epic, they tend to rev up your appetite. However, an additional 2,000 steps daily won't make you raid the fridge, making it a golden ticket for sustainable fat loss. Number 4, rethink that drink. Ever wondered why, despite all that sweat and discipline, your belly fat's playing hard to get? Let's talk booze. Now, before you gasp and clutch your wine glass, hear me out. When alcohol enters the scene, your body's fat-burning skills take a back seat, even if you're in that golden caloric deficit zone. And let's not even get started on those sneaky calories in alcohol that whisper sweet nothings to your belly. Plus, haven't we all experienced those post-midnight snack cravings during a late-night Uber ride coming from the bar? Now, I'm not saying you should bid farewell to your favorite brew forever. Trust me, I'm a beer lover myself. Me and the IPAs, we chill hard. But consider hitting the pause button on the drinks until you strut around with the abs you've been dreaming of. Here's the silver lining. Keeping weight in check is a heck of a lot easier than shedding it. Make that sacrifice now, cut back on the booze, and fast-track your fat loss journey. And when you've hit that sweet spot with your physique, then feel free to celebrate with a well-earned cold one after a week of crushing it at the gym and chomping down on protein. Cheers to that! Now I've got a challenge for you. Out of these 4, which one struck a chord with you the most? Was it the weightlifting, the walking, rethinking that drink, or another? Drop a comment below and let's get a conversation going. And hey, if you found even a shred of value from today's video, do me a favor and fist bump that like button. See you in the next video.